Hello and welcome back. I am here on a Wednesday to report what I've been doing and give you an update on my getting ready to go back to school life. So first of all, let's celebrate what I've accomplished because it's been pretty big. The last couple of days, I cleaned my pantry. It is so pretty, so pretty. 6 hefty bags of stuff came out of my pantry, my fridge, my freezer, and the freezer in our laundry room. And our fridge, I think, had maybe a couple things in it, but holy moly. I was honestly thinking a bag, like one bag. That is how bad it was. I don't even remember. I don't think I cleaned it out over Christmas, which would make sense. So it's been a full year since I've done a major clean. And that's probably why, right? Yeah. So holy moly, did I get rid of a lot of stuff, but it looks so pretty. And I'm gonna yawn. I'm getting a headache. Albie was home all day with one. We are having our monsoons are supposed to be already going, right? Weren't they already supposed to be going, honey? Well, yeah, in the car, when I left today, the car was all spotty and yucky. And so it definitely has been raining, but just dust raining. I don't know. Wet dust has been coursing through our veins here in Arizona. Anyway, getting a headache. So the yawning, I'm not tired. For sure, I'm not tired. I'm just getting a headache. So, pantry, fridge, freezer, fridge, cleaned out. Pantry, freezer, fridge. That's 5. Not sure where this one was going. I have not tackled the garage freezer because we have no more room in our garbage. So I'm gonna wait. But there's really that will be only a bag. Super sorry, if even that. So then did I start it yesterday? I don't think so. Today, yeah, I think it's just been today. I worked on my under the stairs closet. And if you remember last video, I was thinking to myself, what if I just put a container that didn't have a lid on the very top of the other containers, and I was trying to math it in my brain. Well, it worked. It worked. I went this morning to Walmart and I got some more of the big Sterilite. I think they're 58 quart containers. They're the biggies like that. And I got 6 of those. So I was thinking 6 would be plenty. Well, it turns out I can actually fit 4 more in there. So I am going to go get 4 more. If I don't use them in there, I'll use them somewhere around here. But I did that. So the things that were out on the floor, the things that were too big to put in a container with a lid, it would have been silly because I would have fit 1 item in a container with a lid, like the big things. For example, my roasting pan that I use on Thanksgiving pretty much only once a year. It's in a box that big. Well, it's in a box, but if it's containerized with a bunch of other things, it's easy just to lift the container out rather than lifting 6 separate items. Does that make sense? I think probably you get it. Anyway, I did it. I love it. It is so much better. It is so much better. It did not take me all day. It took me a few hours, but that was well worth my time. So I got that accomplished. So pantry, check. Under the stairs storage, check. Then, also on my list of things to do, clean upstairs again. I have not really done that very well. I vacuumed, but I need to do a better job, and dust and, I've like laundry's caught up and all that, but there's plenty still to do upstairs. So that is still on my list. But spread throughout that, I've been sitting down, taking breaks. They're not breaks. I've been doing school stuff. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I've gotten done. I went out this morning because I wanted to grab just a couple little decorative things to kind of get excited about, you know, the new year. Yes, I already have a few things, but I was looking in particular for just little faux like cases that maybe I could make look like a suitcase. I found nothing. I'll maybe insert some footage here of me shopping. So that was kind of a bust. There was not really anything there. I got this, which I needed to replace one that I can't remember what I did with. And then I did get this. So all was not lost. I mean, come on. Jacob can use that at Yaya's house. I'm gonna run into Ross. You never know. Sometimes you can find some kind of cool stuff in the weirdest places. So we'll give this a shot. So no one will take my money. I don't understand. Why is it that when you have no intention of being good, nobody wants your money? I don't know. Can't figure it out. Sorry, my audiobook started playing. I am listening to the first in the trilogy Lord of the Rings. I've already finished The Hobbit, which is technically number 1, but I'm listening to The Fellowship of the Rings, I think 22 hours long. I'm actually like 8 hours in, so I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so Ross was a bust. Michael's was a bust. Like literally nothing. What I'm looking for, I probably should have started with that. I'm looking for classroom decor. I went a little bit on a bender last night on Pinterest, so I'm probably going to be making some things because you know that's in my time frame. That just perfectly fits in. Anyway, I need to go to Walmart anyway for some containers because also working neatly into my time frame is redoing my whole house. It's good. It's fine. No, for reals, I'm looking for decor that has to do with travel. Really what I want is like some little fake looking suitcase. And well, okay, I don't want them to look fake, but pretending suitcases. I'm gonna probably just go to my recycle bin, get out some boxes and make my darn own because I did find some really cute ones and I can do it pretty easily. So probably I'll do that. It'll be free or cheap. Somebody's parking across from me and probably thinks I'm crazy. So I'm gonna go to Walmart. I wanted some little suitcase looking things and I don't remember what else. I'll refer back to my pictures and I'll let you know what I find. So I could not find anything. I mean, I'm trying to give away my money. Please take it. Nobody would take my money. So I have another idea. I'll show you that at the end of the video, what I'm going to do. But for now, let me show you what I have made. So I got this sample boarding pass, not sample, it was a freebie on Teachers Pay Teachers. If you type in boarding pass free, it'll probably come up. I'm not sure who made it, but I loved it. So this is it, and it's editable. So I put passenger is the student, from Mrs. Butler to the office, and then I made some that said bathroom as well. I did not differentiate boys bathroom, girls bathroom. Who cares? As long as they have one of these when they leave and come back, it doesn't matter what it looks like. The date I put this school year, I put my room number for the gate number, and then I put the same thing over here, and I left seat and times empty, you know, but I just wanted a little bit of stuff on there. So I think what I'll probably do is hole punch it here, just put like a lanyard style holder in there. I have some left that I didn't use last year. So I have all of my passes. I did make several, and the reason I did that, I think I just was cutting them out while we were watching a show. I have maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 18 cut out. Some are office, most are probably bathroom though, if I'm being honest, because they get gross. And this way, like, if I cut out a few more, I'll just put out a fresh one each month, or maybe more often, but they get wet, they get lost, they get destroyed, they get chewed. I don't know what people do to these, but they get icky. So I have plenty. I feel like I have 2 or 3 more pages that I haven't cut out. If I get all of those cut out, I should be good for the year. So that is one thing that if you are a new teacher, if you are not a new teacher, new teachers may not know, but bathroom passes are almost universal at all the schools I've ever worked at. You need them, the kids need them, so you know where they're coming from and where they're going. Next, let me just give you an overview of my brain child that I hope comes to fruition one day. Hallway bulletin board. It is going to be, the background is bluish. It's like a green blue, but it says blue, but to me it's kind of a greenish blue. Anyway, it's blue. Let's call it blue. It's like a robin's egg. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's blue. It's going to be the whole background of my bulletin board. Then, hold please, this cool better than paper. Can you see? It looks like metal. This is going to be an airplane, and it is going to go across the whole back, or the whole bulletin board, across the whole thing. I don't know where back came from. And on this are going to come some windows. Hold please, and I'll show you the windows that are going to go on my airplane. Okay, I went to grab these. Now that I'm looking at these, I really hope they work because they're so big. These are airplane window clings that I ordered off of Amazon. It is a series of 3, and they all look similar to this, but like as if you're in the seats in front of the window, so it's like the whole view. Does that make sense? Of this pretty scene. At first I was thinking and I still might, who knows, going to cover this up with like 3 completely different pictures, like the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, the pyramids. That was what I was thinking. And then, I don't know, I think I might just leave it now, but I bought this font a while back on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll just show you a couple of the letters. It looks like, and I'll put the product right here. It looks like a map. Can you see? Ow. Whoa. Can you see, though? It's probably the opposite, right? Ow. Whoa. Anyway, map. And so across the top, in maybe like 2 different rows, it's going to say reading. I couldn't remember if it was books or reading is a window to the world. Isn't that cool? So that's what is in this bag here. I printed them out. The only thing about this product, it might be editable. I could not figure it out. So if it is, cool. If it's not, just know this is what you get. This is the size. It was not expensive. So it could just be that this is what you get. There are some different options as far as like you can get this inside of a circle or a square, like a burlap square. So there are some cute options. I just wanted very simple. And this is the size. Now, I might have been able to alter the size. I didn't even try because I just figured this will work. So just know that if you buy the product, I'm not sure if it's editable and how much you can do with it. So title, background, airplane, windows. Now you got that. Now around the border, you know how I like to do big out, the bulletin board space is just an idea to me. I am outside the box in all the ways possible. So outside the box, outside the bulletin board, along the border are going to be cameras. This was just, I downloaded it from the common, what do we call it? Common pictures, whatever, on PowerPoint. So it's a Polaroid camera, and to go along with these, I have printed out Polaroid pictures. So it's gonna look kind of like this, and I've got a couple more ideas. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but Polaroid picture to go next to the Polaroids all around the outside, and then so it looks like they're pinned up kind of. This also was just on like just PowerPoint. I did online pictures and this came up. I'm going to make it look like they're pinned up. Isn't that so cool? I think it's gonna look adorable. We'll see, I hope. I love things that are larger than life, and so that's how I'm hoping this will look. So I made, here are the ones, and all these pictures are just what I got off of the same, nothing fancy. Some of them are a little stretched. They might look a little goofy because I had to make them. Oh, the Polaroid, I'll put, oh, you know what? I don't know if I have it still. I don't think I did. I just typed in Polaroid picture frames, and it was a free download also, and it has 4 Polaroid picture for, it's a square and a square. Like you could do this yourself, but I didn't even want to be bothered. So I just took one of them, copied, pasted it onto a page and biggerized it so it was the size of almost a sheet of paper. It's a little bit smaller. It's I trimmed off about that much on each side. So it's maybe 7 inches by, I don't know, 10, something like that. And I just took that and then I printed out a bunch of different pictures from around the world. I know. I did Aurora Borealis. That's not really a well, I mean, you can see it from lots of locations, but you know, Iceland sure would be fun. Anyway, Taj Mahal, Statue of Liberty, Leaning Tower of Pizza, as the kids say, ruins. I made that up. I don't know if it's the Pacific Ocean, but will anybody quiz me? Hopefully not. The Bay Bridge, pyramids. What is this one? Oh, Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, Great Wall of China, Chichen Itza, Cliffs of Moher, the Mount Fuji, where you get all the good film, Redwood Forest, and Mount Rushmore. So that's what I went with. These are gonna be all around the outside of my border, and these two. Now, here's where I come into a little bit of a snag. Well, there could be multiple snags, who knows? I may get there and go, this is all wrong, and start over. You know that I am quite capable, but the snag is, I don't know where the kids' names are gonna go on this bulletin board, which is kind of the point. I mean, welcoming them to a new year. So I had a couple ideas. Let me consult my list. So my couple of ideas, in case you want to know how my brain works or doesn't, here's my picture. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Here are some of my ideas. I thought I could do little mini pictures, Polaroids, like, you know, just use the same thing. Here's where it could be messy though. Every time I get a new student, I'm gonna have to take their picture. I do have the ones in the attendance, but those are only of current students, and they're last year's pictures. Not that that would really matter, but if I wanted their actual picture, it's going to be some work. So I don't really know if I want to do that. I could, in keeping with the whole Polaroid picture theme. Boarding passes, either the ones that I use here or different. I could, you know, I would have to scale them way down. I also have the clip art. I bought this clip art. I think I talked, I put it in the comments last time because I forgot to say this is the person's clip art that I'm using for all of my goodies. I love her design so much. I used her clip art for the game theme 2 years ago, for the movie theme last year, and for the travel theme this year. I absolutely love her artwork. Anyway, so there's multitudes of things in there I could use. I was thinking maybe a passport, but I want the board to look nice, not, well, okay, it's gonna look crazy because that's just what I do. However, I don't want it to look completely crazy. So I don't know. I'm gonna get the base of it up and then I'll go from there. So I'm going to make the airplane. I'm putting it off because I'm really nervous. Yes, I can draw a rudimentary airplane and it's just gonna be very rudimentary. And then I'm gonna take a black Sharpie and kind of make the, like where the, you know, to give it a little bit of 3D dimension, like the pilot's little quarters up front and, you know, maybe a design on the wing. I don't know. It's going to be very simple, just the outline. So that won't be too overwhelming. The pictures are going to be a lot, and then my border will be kind of a lot. So I wish I could do something super simple like last year, the stars. I loved those. I could just go with something simple like that again. I thought of clouds. So besides the passport, the boarding passes, the Polaroids, I also thought, and I'm gonna look it up here when I'm done with my video, the little pilot wings might be kind of cute. Like, you know, the little tiny wings, and then just put their names. What I really liked last year was that the stars that I had with the kids' names, I hand wrote them on. And it was so nice when I got a new kid because we probably got 10 or 12 new kids last year. And you think like big deal, 10 times a year, all you have to do is come home, print out this, laminate that. It's a big deal. And so to have those stars and just quickly write a name on them and staple them up was really nice. So to have like something ready to go that I could hand write on would be super nice. So I might go with the pilot's wings. If you have any great ideas, please put them in the comments. I'm open to lots of suggestions. If you can think of something that I could make work with that kind of vision that I have. So what have I shown you so far? The boarding pass, bathroom passes, my title. Okay, so I'm gonna put all this inside. I just keep everything in bags so it's ready to go. One more thing I made and is ready. I have my, this is all the clip art from, Jen Hadfield? She's the one I just put up her clip art. I copied out 2 sets of these, and that's why I'm struggling right now. 2 sets of these because one will be, this one is magnetic and will go up on my whiteboard in the front of the room. This one I staple above my little calendar chalkboard. So we had to have an extra month this year because we're starting with one day in July. So we'll get there one day and then I'll be able to change the calendar. So I'm not gonna not put it up for one day because, you know, that's just wrong. So anyway, and if you don't, you're fine. I'm just crazy. So look at how cute these are. This is all her clip art, and I did not make these. This product is right here from the Ladybug shop, Little Ladybug shop. I bought these pre-made and they were like $3 or something. It was worth it to not have to sit and create these myself. Could I have? Yes, because I own all the clip art, but look how cute. See, that's what I wanted to find at the store. I did not. Anyway, so there you have it. I don't need June. Stop it. Just May. I did print out those, and then these I already put on my magnets, so they're ready to go. What I do when I'm getting stuff ready for my room is I kind of mentally go wall to wall around, and I think, okay, what do I need? Oh, I need the date there. I need this thing here. So anyway, and I also have, 42 lists, but that is how I get stuff made for the classroom. I think that is all that I've done in the last couple of days. Now I'm going to show you a couple things. One thing I picked up today, I'll show you that right now. I picked up this today at Walmart. It was $5 something, and it's a yard of fabric, and it's like cancel passport. And I thought, I have a couple ideas. I might be able to do something with this. If not, I'll return it, or I'll keep it in case I think of something for $5. It didn't bother me to buy. The other thing I wanted to show you, I had sitting behind me last time to show you, but I forgot. This is by, I'm just gonna cover up my address, Cherry Creek Lane. And it was an ad I saw on Facebook, and I'd seen it a lot. And so I thought, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna buy it. It was like $10, something like that. It is a wall calendar. Now, I'm not gonna unroll it because I don't wanna have to roll it up again, but picture it. This one is specifically a school calendar. So it covers all our school days, our 180 days. So because of that, it starts with July. It goes all the way through next June, and it is very long. So July goes 1 through 31, then August goes 1 through 31, blah, blah, blah. So you get it, right? It goes chart style. What I did is I got each of my coworkers. So we're gonna hang this in our pod area. And I got each of us Post-its. Now they're not the right size. I didn't see any little ones, and it wasn't that big of a deal. We can cut them down. But I got, so my teacher partner and I are purple and orange. The other partners are red and green because those are their favorite colors. My partner and I just went with the school colors, plus purple is her favorite color. Anyway, so it works. So we each have a different color. I got us a pen and a Post-it in that color. I have a lot going on this school year coming up calendar-wise, and I'm gonna be marking that on here in my color. When we have tests, when we have PTSA events, when we have people that have medical things that they know about in advance that they're gonna be out maybe a couple of days for, we're gonna try, this is my brainchild, they don't have to, but they thought it was a good idea too, so I offered to share my idea with them. We're gonna have this up there, and then we'll just take our Post-it or our pen color and put whatever it is up there. So that was a fun idea, I thought, for organization. Will it work? Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe it will be up there all year and collect dust, but it's a nice try, isn't it? Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you, in lieu of finding the suitcases that I want, now I could find them. If you want to pay $30, you can get yourself a nice little 3-piece set of fake, travel wear, but I did not. I don't want to pay $30. That's a lot of money. I would have paid like 10. And I've even been keeping my eyes open at Goodwill. I even thought, those books that open and close, they're fake books. I thought, ooh, maybe I'll find some of those and I can just decoupage them. And I couldn't even find those. I looked at Michael's. Michael's was weird today. I don't know what happened. It just didn't look normal to me. So I don't know if it's the whole Joann's thing. I don't know. They had, it just was not the Michaels that I'm used to. I don't know. I'm kind of sad to say that, but they didn't have a lot of decor stuff, and the decor stuff they had just wasn't what I was looking for. So anyway, it's probably fine. Michaels, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I just was underwhelmed today. So I Pinterested last night. Is that a thing? Pinterested? Is it a verb? It is now. I went on Pinterest and I found some party. They were like set up for maybe a bon voyage party or something, but they were boxes. I'll put a picture right here of what I'm going for. They were boxes that somebody made that look sort of like luggage. So I thought, you know what? I love to make things. I saved, make sure nobody's address is showing, but I saved this box and this box. And I thought, you know what? I'll just make my own. So I already had some craft paper. Hold please. I already had this that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to wrap them up like they're a present. So they'll already be kind of like this brownish antique looking, not that I'm really going for antique, but it is kind of cool, like a travel, you know, suitcase. And then I'm just gonna go online and find some little stickers, like, you know, that say, like on the example that I just showed you. And then I'll just take black paper and make those little straps and just a piece of cardboard and cut out a little handle and done. And then I can throw them away at the end of the year and I won't feel bad, because what else was I gonna do with them? If I'd have paid $30 for them, definitely would not have thrown them away, and would have had to incorporate them somewhere in my house or whatever. So kind of glad actually to be finding this solution. This is going to go on the shelf where I had my movie marquee sign last year and the Jumanji game the year before that. I'll put my movie marquee sign right here, and then the Jumanji game display right here. So those are our last 2 years. I'm excited. When this is gonna happen, I don't know. I have tonight. Tomorrow I'm really busy. I've got plans pretty much all day. I'm gonna run a couple errands. I have my hair appointment. I have coffee in the morning with a friend. So when I say I'm busy all day, it's all fun stuff. Hair appointment, and then I have some errands to run. So I'm not gonna have work at home time tomorrow. I'm leaving pretty early. So I might stay up and work on this tonight. It might not take that long to come together. It might take a long time, I don't know. But in any case, I will show you the finished product on probably not till my setup vlogs, but we'll see. Also, let's see, what day is it? Wednesday? No, I might show them to you before, because I'll still have one more day that I'll post before I start posting my classroom setup vlogs. So that one more day, maybe I'll show you that, anything else that I work on, and then because I do still have a list of things that I need to get done. So, and then it's gonna be time to go in. I'm going in on Monday and all the days next week pretty much. We'll see. But Friday, we're back. We are back on next Friday. So I have 1 week and 2 days, well, 1 week and 1 day before I'm officially back. But that gives me like 1 day to set up my classroom, and that just is never a thing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will show you more when I have more. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to help me grow my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.